Hey, welcome to Married and Single. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Kai.
And welcome to our first episode.
So today we're going to be sharing some of our journey of dating life and some of pre-marriage life in the first month of what marriage has been for us. So, Caleb, do you want to start with how we met?
Yeah. We were out. She was really cute. She thought I was really cute. Not cute, handsome. I was a big, strong man.
You were cute.
I was cute.
You start with how we actually met?
Yeah. Oh,
Brosis.
beginning, brosis. Freshman year, we met because our dorms kind of got together and did events and stuff. So we met each other through there. So it was a good, time to meet new people while you're a freshman at college, so you're not super overwhelmed. And fast forward, end of that semester, I was just going through a lot of stuff. Because if you've ever been in Indiana, where we actually live, it is gray the entire winter. And then when snow comes, it melts away and it's all just brown and death and not good. So I experienced seasonal depression for the first time. She came along and she's like,
"Hey, are you okay?"
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine," because you know how all college students don't actually tell their deepest, darkest fears and what they're actually feeling. So then she goes,
"Are you sure you're okay?"
"I'm fine. I'm great. Thanks for asking, Gil."
Okay, you're not okay, so you need to talk to somebody. I don't care who that is, but you need to talk to somebody.
And the next thing we know, we're meeting up on a Sunday afternoon, talking for 4 hours. Hit it off really well. Kind of just shared our life stories, what we've been through, pretty much what we're going to do with you guys. And then we texted all over winter break. Came back second semester. I saw her packing up, getting ready for the dorm room. I jumped out of the car, gave her a hug. It was one of those kind of awkward dating, not dating situations. Because we really liked each other, but I was fresh out of a relationship and she didn't really want a relationship. So yeah, that's how we met.
So then Valentine's Day, speaking of, we ended up going out to a movie, and it was a Friday night. So we were kind of just hanging out, saying our goodbyes, and he was like, "Well, I really wanted to ask you out tonight," and I knew it was coming. I was like, "Yeah, I know. Yes, it's a yes." And he just kind of stood there and didn't really respond, didn't really do anything, and I was just like, "All right, well, good night."
I was super excited because I thought it was clearly communicated that we were dating.
Guys are confusing. Anyways, we
Here.
yeah, so we straightened that out. That was good.
I had the great experience of watching her fall about a story out of a tree.
I don't remember it. I was knocked out.
We woke up Saturday morning, and the day before we just decided we were going to climb all of the trees on our campus. First tree that we get to, literally the first tree that we get to, where I'm climbing up, having a ball. As you know from our last video, I'm a lot taller than she is, so it takes her a long time to get up the tree. So she's scurrying her way up the tree and decides that this branch would be a perfect branch to swing over and get another foothold. So she swings her whole body weight on this branch, and little did we know it was dead inside. So the branch snaps, hits her right in the head, falls down one whole story. The branch gets caught in the tree. The sidewalk was 2 feet from where she landed, so she landed on grass rather than sidewalk. She didn't hit any other branches going down, which is crazy. So 3 miracles happened that day. Rolled back hit her head, boom, she is knocked out.
So some other interesting times that we had, at that same time I was actually an RA, which is a resident assistant in one of the dorms, and I had 24 girls that I was responsible for that were freshmen. I'm very empathetic, and I I like conversations. I like to be with people, spend time with people, and it was a really challenging year for me because there was just so much happening. I had changed my major. I had started some other deeper friendships with people. It was on staff, which was a huge responsibility, taking care of all of these girls. I had so many roommate conflicts. I was a hormonal mess. Yeah, it was a really hard time, but it was just cool to watch Caleb be supportive of that and still love me through that entire situation.
So then, engagement. So I actually haven't heard the story from her perspective, so I'm gonna actually let her tell the story of engagement and me.
We both kind of knew that engagement was coming. We had talked about it a few times. Little did I know, he was planning this entire time to come down to Virginia at the end of the week and propose. My family did a really good job of keeping this a secret, which is really surprising.
They hardcore lied.
I thought that we were going to be having family pictures, and we were working on our Christmas cards super early for our Christmas cards, but we never have good photos together. So I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Maybe that's why they want to do it. So they had taken me shopping and got me all these new clothes and all these like cute things and like coordinated what colors we all were going to wear, and oh my goodness. We go to a location called the Roanoke Star. I walk out, thought that that's where all of our pictures were going to be, and then we're going to have a photographer set up, but I see Caleb instead. And I'm like, what are you doing here? As soon as I saw him, I knew that he was going to propose, and I was like freaking out inside, and it was super windy, and like I was just like freaking out. It was just the perfect moment because where the Roanoke Star is looking out over the entire valley of the Roanoke Valley.
City.
Yeah, the city of Roanoke. Perfect, epic, totally had no idea he was coming. He drove 14 hours for this and had been planning it and keeping it a secret for months. And there were a couple hints that were dropped, but I kind of missed them. So that was the start of our engagement. Yay! We did have a comment from Trevor Odell. I want to give him a little shout out and answer one of his questions. Something he said, he asked what were difficult things that we experienced during our engagement. He's actually engaged. They're going to be married here soon. Yeah. A couple things that we experienced during engagement that was kind of hard was just obviously planning. It was hard for me because I was 9 hours away from my family, and they did an amazing job at planning a lot of it while I was not there and not able to be attentive during school.
Also, I had no idea how to help, and that was super hard for her. Like, probably one of the more important times when I should have been there helping wedding planning, I just decided to go on a road trip with my best friend, and we went to like Boston, we went to New York City, Philadelphia for a weekend. Super crazy, and she was doing like tasting, she was getting all of the invitations ready, so definitely something that would have made our engagement process moving towards marriage easier is if like I actually participated a lot more in that wedding planning stuff.
And you did help some, but there were times you could only last an hour of doing something, and I was just like, let's keep going, we're getting so much done. He's like, no, I'm done. I'm like, oh! That was frustrating, but we made it work, and it was a perfect day. So that's just a little bit about our relationship and up to the point of just before getting married, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something about us and enjoyed what we got to share. If you want to, leave a like or a comment down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can in our next episode.
Or we'll just message you.
That too.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.